work with clients throughout all trimesters of pregnancy. So I'm so excited to guide you guys through this 30-minute prenatal HIIT workout. For this workout, you're going to need a pair of dumbbells and an elevated step or platform. If you like this workout, remember to like us on YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and click on post notifications so you can be alerted when our workouts post. Let's get started. Alright guys, we're going to start this workout with a warm-up. We're going to get into air squats. We're going to butt down and back. Remember, it's always important to check in with your physician prior to engaging in this workout. Assuming no restrictions, typically the first trimester is where you have the least amount of restrictions. But you want to remember to engage in type of activity consistent with what you did prior to pregnancy. Go ahead, we're going to switch into alternating lunges. Stepping back, coming in. So if prior to pregnancy, you were doing a HIIT workout, then it's okay to engage in the HIIT workout again. As you're going through all these changes, you don't want to shock your body with a new workout regime. Keep it up with the same kind of things you did before. Keep breathing in and out. Good. All right, now we're going to go into jumping jacks. Up and down. So, breathing in and out. So, what you want to make sure you can do while you're working out is check to see if you can do the talk test. So that means that you can talk while working out and you're breathy, but you're not out of breath. Breathing. And that's how you engage whether it's too much or not. Good. All right. Now we're going to go to mountain climbers. So for this, we're going to go in an incline. So you're going to put your hands up, face back, and now we'll do mountain climbers. Back and forth. Breathing in and out. During this time, it's really important to do controlled movements. We've got a lot of changes going on with our body, including this hormone called relaxin that's loosening up your ligaments to allow your hips to expand and create space. Good. Come back up for that growing body in your belly. Back to squats, up and down. So in our body, we have different soft tissue structures, and one of those is our ligaments. Our ligaments connect bone to bone. So our muscles are attached to bone through tendons. Breathe in and out, and ligaments are what's getting relaxed. So that's allowing the bones to separate and increase the space to allow that room for the growing baby. And keep breathing. So that's why it's very important to do controlled movements and exercises so that you can keep the safety of your body. So go ahead, we're going to go in to the alternating lunges. Back and forth. All right. So our ligaments, if they're holding everything in place, they're creating more stability. So when you have less stability, it's more important to have control. Now, that means working out is still good for you, but you gotta keep it controlled. In fact, it's great for you, because as your body is getting bigger and growing, you need that muscular strength to be able to hold all those forces, tolerate that big growing belly that you need, and your endurance goes down. So keeping up with exercise, go ahead, we're going to go into jumping jacks. It's important. Keep breathing. Back and forth. Make sure you keep talking. All right. Now we're going to go into those mountain climbers. Breathing in and out. So, when I mean control, I mean you don't want to be too fast, too abrupt, and think about form. Think about your posture. Are you in a good alignment? Do you have control there? That's very important. Keep breathing. We're almost done here. Breathing in and out. Keep it up. All right. And stand up. Good. All right. Go ahead and towel off. Get your water. And we're going to go into our next circuit. Let's get into our first circuit. For this circuit, you're going to need your dumbbells. You need both of them, but for the first part of the circuit, you're just going to need one of them. So go ahead and grab one dumbbell, hold it in both hands, and focus on your posture here. Shoulders back. As we get that growing belly, we tend to arch our butt back. Pull it in. That'll decrease the stress and pressure and pain on your back. All right, here we go. We're going to do some sumo squats. So get that nice wide stance. All right, get that tummy tight, squat down, and come back up. Remember to breathe in and out. Now, let's talk a little bit about the second trimester. During the second trimester, typically you're feeling a little bit more energy, you're getting it back, a little bit less nauseous, and you're ready to engage in more physical activity. That's great, but always remember to listen to your body. Pay attention to what your body says, feels, and take rest breaks as needed. Good, go ahead, take your dumbbell, put it in one hand, and switch it, and put it another one in the other hand. Now we're gonna do alternating dumbbell lunges. So holding in both hands, take a step back, and lunge, and come back up, and switch. Breathing in and out. So, like I mentioned earlier, that belly kind of gets a little bit bigger, right? So then your butt goes back. So it's important to do that posterior pelvic tilt and engage your lower abs. And keep your tummy nice and secure and tight. So a lot of times as we have that growing belly, that relaxing, that's loosening up those ligaments and making those bones wider, we tend to get a little bit more pain in our back, but we can even get something called sciatica. And that's where we get this pressure put on our sciatic nerve. Good. All right, go ahead and take your dumbbells. You're gonna set them down, and we're gonna get into some incline push-ups. All right, so go ahead, take a step back. All right, shoulders down and back. Tricep push-ups are great. I want you to think about your elbows pointing forward. Bend your shoulder blades in, get that tummy tight, and go ahead and keep your elbows tucked in and push up. Breathing in and out. If you need a higher than an incline, that's fine. Do what works for you. Breathing in and out. So, talking about some of that back pain and sciatica. So, one of those things is we really want to keep good posture throughout all this, because all our posture, we've got these changes in our body, so we want to keep that nice alignment so we can help absorb the forces and create as much stability as possible. Here we go into set number 2. Go ahead and pick up your one dumbbell, and we're going to get into those sumo squats. All right, keep those shoulders back, get that nice wide stance, tuck your tummy in, and squat down and come up. Breathing in and out. So like I was saying earlier, you can get some back pain, and it could be from sciatica. Like I said, it's a soft tissue structure, just like our muscles and our skin. So the thing about our nerve is in charge of our sensation and muscle function. We get nerve-like symptoms when we have any kind of compression or tension on the nerve. So any kind of pressure onto it or pulling onto it. So as our body's changing and widening, there's a lot more chances that we can get that pressure put onto the nerve. Breathe in and out. Go ahead, you're going to take your dumbbell, put it in one hand, and we're going to go into those lunges. Good. Shoulders back, tummy tight, and step back. Back and forth. So, that's why it's very important to keep a nice, strong core and strong stacked body so we can reduce the amount of pressure and the changes in our alignment that causes that compression or tension on the nerves. A lot of it can also be our muscles get too tight around the nerve. So it's good to be nice and mobile as well. Good. Keep it up, we're almost there. All right, now go ahead and take the dumbbells, and you're gonna put it carefully down, and we're going to those incline push-ups. Go ahead and put your hands up, the incline, shoulders back, tuck that tummy in, elbows pointing forward, bring it in and out. It's a nice controlled movement. There's a lot of things going on with our body. And as you know, you're supplying the nutrients for your baby. So circulation, blood flow, and your heart pumping is very important because you want to get all that blood flow to the baby. Go ahead, stand up, and you're going to pick up your dumbbell. We're going to go into the Sumo Squats. Shoulders back, tummy tight, and squat. Back and forth. So, according to the American Heart Association, it's important to get about 150 minutes of exercise, 75 to 150 minutes of exercise weekly for anybody for general heart health. So if you're engaging in some physical activity, getting that blood pumping, doing a prenatal workout like this, then you're also helping your heart and getting that blood flow to your baby. But once again, always make sure to check in with your physician and keep it consistent with the type of activity you did prior to pregnancy. Breathe in and out. Good. Now take that, put it in one hand. We're going to go into those lunges. All right, shoulders back, tummy tight, step back, and lunge. Come back up. Breathing in and out. Remember, when you're doing these kind of activities, remember just to always listen to your body. Slow down as you need, rest as you need, get water as you need. If I'm going faster than you, go at your own speed, it's okay. Keep it up, almost there. All right, go ahead and take those dumbbells, and you're gonna set them down. Okay, back to those push-ups, here we go. Hands stacked, that nice strong position, shoulders back, tummy tight, and push up, back and forth. This incline is nice to decrease the amount of pressure placed under your stomach as you're pressing up and making sure you've got enough space for that growing belly. In and out. Tummy tight, keep it up, we're almost there. Good. All right, go ahead and get your water, towel off, and then we'll get ready for our third circuit. All right, so for this third circuit, we're gonna do some alternating lateral lunges. So we're gonna use a dumbbell in one hand. So then you pick up your dumbbell, hold it in your hand, make sure you've got enough space. You're gonna take a nice wide step out and lunge, and then come back up, and then switch and do the other side. Trying to keep your butt back, your good posture, nice and aligned, so nice and controlled movement. Breathe in and out. Back and forth. This is a nice exercise. It's going to stretch your inner thigh muscles. That'll help stretch also towards your pelvic floor muscles and feel good on that pelvis. Breathe in and out. Good. All right, stand up. Now, next exercise we're going to do is overhead. Now, depending on how you're carrying, I want you to be careful and make sure that you check in with your doctor, make sure nothing's too uncomfortable. If you can't, go ahead and go overhead. We're going to do tricep overhead extensions. I want you to switch this workout and keep it from your shoulder to hip height. Kind of do kickbacks, okay? All right, here we go. Up and overhead. So, one of the things that happens, things we need to avoid, don't really want to be lying on your stomach and pressing up, really stretching out that stomach too much. So that's why you want to be careful with this exercise, and if you're laying on your stomach, pressing up as well. Anything overhead, or that stretches that tummy. Good. All right, go ahead and take that dumbbell, set it down on the ground, and now we're going to do incline burpee push-ups. So, I'm going to come over here, put your hands on, you're going to jump back, push up, and then come up. Jump up. Now, if it's too much to jump, I want you to come here, step back, do your push-up, step in, and go on your tippy toes, and back down. So, why is stretching that tummy something you want to be careful of? Well, in general, something that can happen with pregnancy we're gonna go ahead and go back to those alternating lunges. Pick up your dumbbell, hold it in your hand. All right, step out to the side and lunge. And back to the other side. Okay. So now, for diceps recti, we kind of already talked a little bit about muscles, right? Well, we talked about tendon a little bit. Tendon is what connects muscle to bone. But in our abs, our rectus femoris here, in the middle is our linea alba. The linea alba is this tendinous sheath that connects the sides, the two sides, our right and left, of our rectus abdominis together. But as we have that growing baby, that belly gets bigger, and it can put a lot of pressure on that little sheath of tissue, causing it to tear. Breathe in and out. Almost there. Good. All right. Now we're going to go into those overhead extensions. So, with that in mind, it's very important not to cause too much excess pressure on your belly. So a lot of it, your abs, they kind of do that crunching motion. So it's good not to crunch, do any of those sit-ups, crunches, or stay in a plank position where you're bulging that tummy out. You want to keep it tucked in, just like that pelvic tilt, tilting it inward, not pushing it out. Breathe in and out. Good. Get the dumbbell, set it down. All right, shoulders back, tummy tight. All right, let's go into those burpees. So stepping back, here, coming in, coming in. I'm gonna jump with these this time. Back and forth. And so, what's nice and important to do, you still need to really work that core because that's what's stabilizing your pelvis, right? And that tummy, and you're helping your back. But the key is to make sure you're working the other muscles of your core. So you want to work your obliques, your transverse abdominis, and your multifidus, which is all these lower ab edge muscles that are really important to help pull in the rectus abdominis and keep that tension through here and limit it from separating. So I towel off if you need. And then we're going to get into our last round of lateral lunges. Okay. All right. And then breathe out, grab your dumbbell. Okay, here we go. Step out to the side and back. And back. So, when you're drawing in your pelvis, you're working all of those muscles. So it's really important to keep it nice and engaged. It keeps you from, as you're getting your belly go outward, your butt tends to pooch back. So it'll help stabilize everything and keep it in place. A lot of the exercises are good to do supine to work that belly, but always be careful in any sustained position. And it's good to avoid that cone position when you're laying supine. Like I said, you don't want those crunch type of exercises, creating that cone. All right, now go ahead and we're gonna do those tricep extensions. Get that up overhead if you can. If not, you're gonna do the kickbacks, back and forth. Breathing in and out. So, how do you know if you have diastasis recti? Well, you can do the 2-finger test. Basically, put your fingers right above your belly button, right here, and then right in that center line, and you just slightly contract that muscle. Bringing it in. Now, you kind of you're really lifting your head up slightly, contracting that muscle. And then if it tends to separate and you've got 2 inches that it goes deeper, then you know likely you have some separation. It should be a very minimal amount of separation, what you typically have. I can't really find a divot. So next, take the dumbbell, put it down. All right, here we go for those burpees. Now anytime you don't like jumping, just remember, keep one foot on the ground. Breathing in and out. Any kind of jumping is uncomfortable. Listen to your body. Step back and limit the jump. Keep everything nice and tight. Keep thinking about your core. Keep thinking about your posture. Breathing in and out. Okay. Almost there, guys. towel off, get your water, and we'll get into our third circuit. All right, now we're gonna start with our final circuit. It's gonna be a Tabata, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. We're gonna need your dumbbells for the first movement. So pick up both dumbbells, nice and carefully. All right, we're gonna go ahead and squat and go into a hammer curl. And then squat and hammer curl. Breathe in and out. Now, let's talk about the third trimester a little bit. So, during the third trimester, you've got a lot going on. Your pelvis is getting bigger. Your body is getting bigger. A lot of stress is on it. But it's really important to keep up with exercise as long as you can. It helps increase endorphins, strengthen your hips, create more stability, reduces delivery time, and it just helps promote optimal wellness and functional fitness for you. Good. All right, now that's 20 seconds. Go ahead and take your dumbbells. You're gonna put them down, and we're gonna go into football shuffles. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and shuffle. All right, so during this time, it's important to be careful. Remember, if you don't want to jump too much, keep one foot on the ground. To listen to your body. If you're feeling any pelvic pressure, good. Go and relax. You're gonna pick up the dumbbells. Get ready in 10 seconds. We're gonna go into the squat hammer curls. All right. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. Squat and curl. So if you're feeling any pelvic pressure, I want you to sit down, relax, elevate your legs, and contact your doctor. Otherwise, if you're feeling good, doing good, keep up with the workout. Keep breathing. Good. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. Good. Take your dumbbells, set them down. 10 seconds rest. We're gonna go in our second set of the Tabata. Here we go. All right, get those little shuffles. Breathing in. Keep that nice strong posture, shoulders back. Like I said earlier, we want to be in a good controlled state. So think about, as you're in control, then think about it, where your posture is, where your body is doing all these movements. Good, and relax. All right, 10 seconds. Pick up your dumbbells. 3, 2, 1. Squat and curl. Remember, like we talked about earlier, one way to guide how much activity, how physical you're getting, is the talk test. Make sure as you're working out, you can talk without being out of breath. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, put your dumbbells down and get into the shuffle. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, and shuffle. All right. So, really, this is the main trimester. I want you to be careful about that cone position. So, you don't want to crunch up too much. Your belly have a lot of space in that belly. Keep breathing. Almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Go ahead and pick up those dumbbells. We'll get into our last round of this Tabata. 3, 2, 1. Squat and curl. Remember, breathing is always important. We've got a lot of stresses to our body going on right now. A lot of hormones. What happens and what changes when we're scared, when we're angry, when we're tired? Our breathing. So if we can control our breathing, we can control our emotional and physical state. Go ahead and set your dumbbells down and get ready for the last set of shuffles. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and shuffle. All right, keep breathing. That controlled breathing means that you're just thinking about your breath. Are you aware of it? Is your breath even? Is it deep? to it. Inhale in one part, exhale in another. Good. And relax. So if you can breathe, you can reduce that pressure, reduce the stress of your body, and keep working out. Thanks for joining our 30-minute prenatal HIIT workout. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, remember to like us on YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and click on push notifications so you can be alerted when our workouts post. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. And remember, check out my YouTube video on how to alleviate sciatica while pregnant.
Remember, subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on push notifications so you know when our next workout posts.